Hey everybody, welcome to Songbird. I'm Laurel. Today I was going to do a mandolin song for you, but I actually caught a cold this weekend and my voice is still a little froggy. So instead I'm going to share with you a video that I was going to do for next week, and we'll save the mandolin for next week. So today we are going to do a songwriting 101. So songwriting is just like other forms of writing. It's a way to tell a story. Just like books or movies, they have a beginning, a middle, an end, characters, scenery. They certainly set a mood and a tone. So I'm going to walk you through some basics of songwriting. Don't worry, you don't need to be a good singer. You don't even need to play an instrument. This is a creative tool for you to use just for yourself or to sing for other people. I'd love to hear the songs that you come up with. So let's get started. Popular songs have similar structures and a few basic elements. Now, obviously, this doesn't apply to all of them, but this is a good starting blueprint. So, most popular songs will have verse, chorus, and bridge. The bridge is sometimes optional, but it's a cool element that I really like, and we'll talk about why later. The chorus obviously is your hook. It's the thing that draws people in. It's the line that most people remember and can sing along to. So this is like the main theme of your story, or maybe some repeated line, what you want the audience to remember and take away from it. The verse is what gives us more information, more detail. It can give us some scenery, it can give us a look inside a character's head, and it moves the plot forward. The bridge is a really unique piece that stands apart from the rest of the song. Adds a dramatic element, it adds a shift in the narrative. It's kind of like the plot twist of music. So to illustrate what I'm talking about, we're going to use a popular story to illustrate these points. All right, so one of my favorite childhood stories is Peter Pan. So forget the fact that there's already 2 musical versions and we're just going to write our own song. All right, so start with a story you already know, right? Peter Pan. Here's some ideas for the chorus. Chorus is an easy place to start because, again, this is the broad theme, the thing that you want people to remember. So you could use some lines that we already know from the story. To die would be a great adventure, right? That's a great hook. All children grow up except one. Think a happy thought, right? These are all sort of themes that we recognize. So here's a hook that I came up with. Just a little pixie dust and a happy thought will let you fly away to where time stops. Ooh, ah. Verse 1. Verse 1 is going to be the setup. This is the beginning of our story. The first verse will say, you know, I was in my bedroom and then Peter Pan came through the window and taught us how to fly. You know, that's it. And we go off to Neverland, right? Then we go back to the chorus again. Just a little pixie dust and a happy thought will let you fly away to where time stops. Verse 2, this is like the middle of our story. This is where we get immersed in the world and we get some more details about what's going on. So this verse might describe you know, meeting the pirates or the mermaids and getting really into the world and the adventures that go on there. So we get a little bit more information. Then repeat the chorus again. Now this time when we repeat the chorus, obviously it's the same hook. It goes back to something recognizable, but because you've gotten a little bit more information on verse number 2, the chorus has a little bit of a deeper meaning. And you'll see how it changes throughout the entire song as well. All right, so next is my favorite part, the bridge. Bridge is, like I said, like the plot twist in the story. It's set apart melodically. Sometimes there's a key change, sometimes the tempo changes, and the lyrics are different. It might bring a different perspective into the story. So the bridge is a really unique element, and there's lots of different ways to utilize the bridge. But I like to think of it as like the plot twist in the story. So this could be like a climactic moment, or it could be a more internal reflective moment. So for Peter Pan, I was thinking it could be this sort of climactic moment where Peter Pan rescues Wendy, right? Or it could be that internal reflective moment where Wendy realizes that they can't stay in Neverland because she's been playing mother there, but she has to go back home. That's a turning point in the story, right? Rather than the sort of magical adventure and we're just going to stay here and play forever. So after that turning point, you can either go back and do another verse 3, or just go straight back to the chorus. Either way, if you have a verse 3, that would be the resolution. That last chorus and that last verse are the end of your story, the resolution. So that would be, you know, Wendy and the boys coming home, leaving Neverland. And that last chorus again, just a little pixie dust and a happy thought will let you fly away to where time stops. Now you can see how after the bridge that takes on an even deeper meaning than we had after verse 2. We're no longer in Neverland. The pixie dust and the happy thoughts are only in our imagination now. So it's the same chorus all the way through, but the meaning changes. Just like how a character, you know, you have a character arc or a story arc. It's the same character, but they transform over time. So these are just a few ways that you can use narrative elements in songwriting. I encourage you to play around with it and be silly, and you don't have to have a great voice. You don't have to play an instrument, but it can be just for yourself, for fun. One thing that I really like to do is to write a song from a character's perspective, and sometimes a character that is like a minor character and doesn't have a lot to do in the book, but it can be fun to play around with what their viewpoint might be and what they might say. So have fun with it. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. We'll get back to singing next week after I rest my voice some, but you can sing for me. Go out and sing a song today. Thanks everybody, have fun, and I'll see you next time. Captain Hook. Captain Hook. Get it? Okay.